tube's down. I'm out of AT. Hey guys, Spartan117GW here, and we're going to be playing Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Now, I had the fantastic opportunity to play this game behind closed doors, the demo, over at E3 upstairs. It was pretty badass. I even got to talk to the technical advisor and writer behind the game, who's a Special Forces 18 Delta. So, as you can see, really just jumping into the first mission, it's basically based off the demo that they showed during the unveiling, where essentially you come across a presence patrol, a couple dismounts, a couple vehicles and stuff, and I actually got a chance to play as a couple classes because I got to play multiple times through. You have Fury, and you have Fix-It, and you have Nomad, and I keep forgetting the name of the sniper. What's kind of interesting is the characters are actually, they have military backgrounds, so Fury, for example, the female character, is essentially a SEAL. So she would be like one of the first female SEALs to go ahead and get her trident. And then you have Fix-It, who is an Army veteran who ended up going basically directly into the Ghost. And then the Sniper was a Ranger, and Nomad was a Delta guy. So it's kind of cool how they integrated those backgrounds in there. But as you can see, we're running around with a variety of weapons. They will have full customization, and they will have full AI companions in the final game. So as you can see here, just running around, kind of taking over those, taking out those patrols, and then we're basically going to go scout out the main Skeltec compound. So gameplay-wise, very similar to Wildlands in that respect, but the survival aspect, the aspect of you having to manage your wounds is definitely more apparent, especially when you get into those really crazy gunfights. From playing this game multiple times through, you know, before you were able to really kind of take the risks running and gunning in there, but now because of the amount of damage that you can take and the semi-permanent damage that can last if you don't have the right amount of crafted equipment like syringes or bandages, it'll have an effect on your gameplay a little bit. So to be tip-top shape, and by the way, you can get buffs and stuff at the bivvy when you set up camp, right? You can get buffs and it will give you extra health or damage resistance or accuracy bonuses. You can craft items, you can change in your kits and everything there and completely swap what loadouts you have. Excellent time to do that when you have that opportunity. So as you can see here, we're using the drones, and this is what I like to call, you know, they call it, you know, like using the drones, you're basically marking them, marking and then moving in to kill them, but I like to call this fixing the problem from a distance, because while you had more of it was more forgiving to really run and gun in Wildlands, but in Breakpoint, not so much. The game is less forgiving because of those semi-permanent, you know, healing mechanics, because of the damage that you can take. So even more so than ever, fixing your problem at a distance with a long gun, bolt gun, semi-automatic sniper rifle, doesn't really matter which one it is, that'll save you a lot of trouble. The inclusion of anti-armor weapons in this game means the bad guys have them too. So I would prioritize the guys, we just call them RPG gunners or whatever, which are usually stationed in rooftops or in observation posts or towers, along with snipers. Those kinds of guys, eliminate them first. It'll make your problems a lot easier. And by the way, they do have radio men in this game. So they have radio operators on the enemy side. So if you don't take those guys out, they'll call in for reinforcements, which is kind of an interesting evolution of the typical like radio tower that would be in Ghost Recon Wildlands. Really loving the architecture of the Skeltec buildings. Ghost Recon's done a really amazing job with just the design of the environment, and it's definitely interesting fighting the drones. Personally, for me, they're not as interesting as fighting the people, but they do provide a serious challenge because they're not squishy like the people are. You can't just take them out with 1 or 2 headshots. You have to dump rounds into those drones. And the aerial drones, they're really good at spotting, so you got to make sure you got to find a way to take those out. Personally, for me, loadouts that really work are DMRs or bolt guns mixed with assault rifles or light machine guns. Because you have that heavy-hitting firepower when you get close or medium range, but from medium to long, you're really going to need those bolt guns and those DMRs to solve those problems. It'll make your life so much easier. So as you can see here, I've kind of given a couple different approaches of when things went good, when things went bad. Sometimes we ran into contact right away or we got spotted. But as you can see, you can breach the fence, you can be really, really sneaky, and you can get into the Skeltec compound. So preferably, this is like the easiest way to play. I got to try multiple approaches and multiple tactics, and this definitely does make a big difference. You get shot up a lot less doing this. And like I said before, because of the damage system, it makes your life a lot easier. You don't have to worry about bandaging yourself up that much. And let's face it, seeing shotting or blasting dudes in the face unknowingly from them is pretty satisfying. So as you can see, you can scout through the entire compound. If you haven't already been spotted already, then you can push inside, and then it basically gets to the next cinematic after you kill a couple bad guys. On the way out, things get pretty hairy. You have a big firefight, trying to basically rescue an HVT, and then from there, the demo really took a life of its own, because sometimes we went to another facility, or we went to fight one of the big bosses and stuff. Pretty crazy. So far, I am a big fan of the combat in this game. I was a big fan of Wildlands, so the combat in this game is really great. Again, those other extra elements of the drones and stuff kind of mixes it in a little bit, but also provides a challenge. You can't just run in there and just own everybody, because you have these really force multipliers rolling around. And also, the up-armored bad guys, definitely an interesting challenge. You can only kill them if you shoot them in the head multiple times. So that's why, again, having a precision weapon or a assault rifle or anything capable of close to medium precision, highly recommended. Save you a lot of ammo. And by the way, don't kill civilians. I accidentally killed a couple civilians on this run, but friend or foe identification, definitely take that into consideration. Didn't mean to kill him. Just looked at the silhouette, thought it was a bad guy. Then I realized, oh yeah, that's right. The Skeltec compound has civilians and engineers in there, so watch your fire. So I just wanted to show you my mistake there, just so you guys had an idea, so you didn't make the same mistake I did. So make sure to check your targets. You see people running around in desks and stuff like that. Really got to be cognizant of that. The building, the CQC has always been a little tricky with Ghost Recon, or close quarter battle, whatnot. But you can also use melee attacks to subdue people, which is really cool. So they refer to it as CQC. For me, any kind of fighting in a building is CQC or CQB. Now, one thing that I kind of mentioned earlier is that, again, solving your problems at distance is going to help in this manner, because you're going to run out of ammo faster. Playing this game, it didn't feel like you had as much ammo as before, and there might be modifiers in it that I didn't get to experiment with that can affect that. But, man, these firefights, you will burn through ammo, and you'll notice, because you'll be running dry a little bit faster. So you definitely got to conserve ammo, and you want to be able to fight your way through the map in a way that is more conducive to saving that ammo. So you don't want to be blasting through it, because you're going to get to a really big gunfight, and next thing you know, you're going to be like, oh man, where's the ammo? And speaking of ammo, you can actually loot the bad guys, which is kind of cool. You can pick up gear from them, so it's a kind of Division-ish in that regard, but you pick up ammo and you can pick up equipment from the bad guys, which is kind of cool. And I guess that kind of plays toward the crafting aspect of the game. Now, the two main classes that I kind of messed with was Fury and Fix-It, but Nomad is also really well-rounded as well. And of course, you can have your sniper guy, your sniper class, which is definitely good for those long-range engagements. But fighting the wolves specifically, But the wolves will come out either in an installation, or they'll come out during later like evolutions of a mission. Those guys definitely take a lot more hits. So precision weapons again, and just really focusing your fire on that. Now, overall, I had a really fun time playing this game. Fun fact, I even got to play it with Napoleon Dynamite, John Heder, which was really cool. So you might hear his voice somewhere through the demo. And I got to play a variety of daytime, nighttime. I know they have this thing, you don't really see nods on any of the guys, and they have night vision, but I'm pretty sure it'll be like Wildlands where you can always customize your characters, so if they have nods, the nods will deploy. That's just an aspect of the game. So cool to see all the little authentic details with different weapons like the Stoner light machine gun, the Bren. I mean, they really are expanding their library of guns, or bringing the guns from Wildlands in here that were pretty popular. And it's just so much fun. So I'm going to let you guys enjoy the gameplay, because there's a lot of gameplay and just different ways to tackle facilities, daytime, nighttime, focusing on different targets. So go ahead and enjoy. Thank you guys for watching. I wanted more video game footage, more video game gameplay, and might be teaming up with a couple other gaming YouTubers. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Ubisoft, again for letting me play this game, and enjoy.
Help, but it doesn't come to me.
Where are you guys right now? Sorry.
Just be careful because the land drone.
Oh, I just pissed off the unmanned ground drone. I hit it with AT.
Yeah.
Drone's down. A man drones down. Enemy dismounts pushing up the hill. Yeah, you have indirect fire coming right at you, so you gotta displace. That's a heavy down there.
I'm coming to save you.
You got a heavy outside, so just be aware of that.
And the patrol.
Yeah. Just smoke him, smoke him, smoke him. There you go. Moving to assist. Take out the gunner. Gunner's down. Okay, deploy Gustav. Hit it. Okay, loading.
Keep abreast, and then
Oh god, there's a mortar. There's a mortar. Oh no, oh god.
no, we're still good. We're still good.
All right. Let's shift and lift. I got deploying EMP grenade.
Shoot at the other one? What's wrong? Alright.
EMP grenade up. Light it up. Take that, Skynet. Take it. Alright. Now it's down. Is there still another one?
Don't celebrate yet.
Incoming!
Oh, run! Oh. Real life just happened to me.
Are you down?
I'm down.
Alright, yeah.
I'm right in front of you.
Dropping a heal right
Hey,
now.
Someone.
We
It
need.
looks like he's casting spells on me.
All right,
You
John.
will live.
John, you're up. Contact up top. Got him. He's down. Push up.
Oh, jeez. I didn't.
Yeah. Where? Oh, I'm just following you guys.
Yeah, the mortar position's it's one of those auto mortar positions. Where's it at? Oh crap! Hey, I got an unmanned ground drone right in the middle of camp.
Ah, crap.
Hey, don't forget you can dodge and roll with the B button. Yeah. Okay, smoke it, it's almost down.
Oh, I'm down.
Alright, Wally, it's time to die. So it's one shot.
Yeah.
There you go.
That was so scary. That's okay.
Whoa, we got a drone on the right.
Boys, I think we got.
He's down. We got guys down, two dismounts down the road. Radio guy's down. Smoke the guys in that truck. Smoke them.
Run!
Kill the driver. Kill the driver. They're down. They're down. Yeah, vehicle's basically just a death trap. Alright, we're pushing up with Nomad. Still got another. They're down. Good kill.
Heads up.
Oh
We got
boy.
signs of possible
How do you
enemy
get down
activity.
again?
He's up on the catwalk. You got him? Oh boy.
Guy left.
Tango down. We still got a lot of dudes in this area. Oh, nice. Oh, across the neck. You got more on the catwalk. Looks like you got a heavy on the catwalk. Oh, contact right. Heavy's down.
Moving to contact.
Oh boy. Got more bad guys. Hey, watch the main strip, because that's where the drone's coming from. Oh, that guy just blitzed on me.
Okay.
Man, technical just pulled up. Tango down. Go ahead, pick her up. I'm covering you.